father was a chess grandmaster. He's traveling the world playing chess. He had all his girls. He's doing whatever he's doing. When he came home, it was an impactful time, whether it was a positive impact or it was a big argument or whatever. Never was I ever around my father. It was a low energy environment. That's not who he was as an individual. And I remember every single second spent with him.
Remember that, bro. That's so important, bro, is keep yourself high energy, bro. Don't be a low energy individual. Understand what room you're in and who you're with inside that room and how you can possibly impact just a little bit in their life. All right, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on another episode of Jesus Talks. Thank you for coming back, all the new subscribers. And for the people that are watching me today, don't subscribe unless I bring you any kind of value that you can actually apply to your life. That is the only point I am making these reaction videos and these Andrew Tate videos. And today we're going to be reacting to a nice saucy Andrew Tate video. It's pretty old, but I haven't watched it, so I thought it'd be great to react to. This is Masculinity, Money, and Women with Andrew Tate. So let's dissect this, let's break it down, and let's see exactly how we can apply it to our lives today. All right, let's just jump into the video.
Fun show. As you can see, we are here in beautiful Miami, and I have a very interesting guest. It is 4-time kickboxing world champion, entrepreneur. I'm going to go through the list, okay? 4-time kickboxing world champion, entrepreneur. He owns a bunch of casinos, made some, I don't know, like multi-millionaire. You introduce yourself better. I can't do it.
Okay. Yeah, basically.
Like I always say, bro, this is the most important thing is how can you introduce yourself in 60 seconds or less, bro? It's the elevator pitch, bro. It's the most important thing that you need to learn in business, sales, branding, anything you're going to do in life, bro. Even if you're going to talk to a girl in a relationship, all right? How are you going to describe yourself in 60 seconds? Are you going to give everything away? Or are you going to make yourself look a little more mysterious? It's important. You got to understand where you're at.
All the things you just said. Yeah, 4-time kickboxing world champion. I guess I'll say I'm an entrepreneur, multimillionaire, all-around nice guy.
I agree, all-around nice guy.
All-around nice guy. And yeah, we're here in Miami, so good to see you, young lady. Good to see you again.
It's always good to see you. All right, let's go into this because this is going to be totally unfiltered.
See, look, he's a little more calm here, bro. He's a little more calm. He's a little more relaxed. This is a little more pre-Andrew Tate before he really got famous. So
a bunch of topics that I want to go into. For context, we met about over a year ago, I think it was.
Yeah, we've known each other a while. I've seen you out in the Twitter space, like taking over and flexing on them. I've seen your little videos, like is Bitcoin gonna go up or down, da da da, and you do well, and you're growing and that kind of thing. So we've known each other a while. Yeah.
And ever since we met, I've had a bunch of questions, and I'm not gonna filter anything, no sugarcoat. So I want to jump straight into this.
So you might hurt my feelings. Is that what you're saying?
Basically. Basically, that's what's gonna happen.
You see that? People at home, you see? Don't let the pretty face fool you. She's out here to break my heart, hurt my feelings. So I've got to be careful here.
Don't let the tough persona fool you. All around nice guy. All right, let's jump into this. So
I low key feel like he's flirting, bro. I don't know. I feel like she's giving him a little shit back, bro. The chemistry here, there's some chemistry here, bro. You can see the back and forth, the good banter.
One of the biggest things that you're known for is women. And
it's 9:30 in the morning. We're talking about chicks.
We're talking about chicks. I'm happy to do it because look, one of the first things that really confused me about you when we met was the fact that you're not a one-woman man.
Okay, that's not completely true.
Explain.
It's not completely true.
You see, here's the thing, bro. We always get to that. Oh, is he in multiple relationships? Is there anything wrong with one woman? And she's like, we're having more than one woman, and she's immediately like. She's looking a little cringe with that.
I'm not saying I couldn't have and enjoy the company of a single female for eternity. I'm saying my point is that, truthfully, if we remove all the garbage and the fairy tales, if men are true to their biology, no man is completely and utterly a one-woman man. That's my point. There's a societal expectation which has been placed upon humanity, and then we have a biological and evolutionary imperative.
And what he's saying is facts, bro. It's like we are literally like dogs, bro. We're like dogs. We find everything attractive. We want to, pipe anything and everything we see when we feel that way. And the truth is that since we know we are like this, we have to take it upon ourselves to be self-disciplined enough to know the difference and know exactly what we want. You know what I'm saying?
And the male evolutionary imperative is not to have one female. Now, there are some dudes out there who are going to disagree with me, but those are dudes, they got low testosterone, big G, they ain't got no money, they ain't nothing, right? That's different.
See, now obviously this is here where we disagree, bro, because when he's talking about like the guys who want to be with women or low testosterone and all that, I really truly believe that he is talking to the guys that cannot even talk to a girl, bro. Those are the guys that are really low testosterone, bro. But it takes a certain amount of self-discipline, and there's also a certain amount of beauty and finesse that comes with building a relationship with someone, and that shouldn't be overlooked. Obviously, he's not doing that, so he's not going to preach that. So this is where we disagree.
But any man who's actually in a position of status, since the dawn of human time, every single king, every single sultan, all of them had more than one chick. That's actually the natural human state.
And you're not all kings. You're not all kings, bro. Especially if you're under 30, you're not a king, bro. What have you built? All right? Unless you're like some famous rapper, unless you're really on the way up, a lot of people know you. You've helped a lot of people. You've touched them. You've done something in life, working hard at a young age to get to where you're at. Then you're a high status male, bro. Then that's when a lot of people are going to pay attention to you. But until then, you're not.
So the point I was trying to make is, even though I am a man of God and I try and keep myself close to Christ, right? Because I'm such a
We'll get to that.
Because I'm such a nice guy. My point is, any man who has the means to attract or solicit the company of more than one female likely will enjoy the company of more than one female. Does that make sense?
It doesn't. I respect it. No judgment.
Okay.
The confusion that I have is you're jet setting, right? You're here, you're there, and we'll get to that. But how does that work, right? Because at the end of the day, women want love, emotion, and attention. And if you're jet setting and if you have multiple women, how does that work practically?
The thing is, all right, she said she's right. She's right there where she says women want love, emotion, and attention. It's absolutely important. But out of those three, what do they want the most? Attention, bro. Attention is probably the essential thing that they want the most. So you can give it and you can take it away. And that's kind of the power you hold over women. And you shouldn't be abusive with that. You should understand, because you also have emotion to take into accountability. You don't want to manipulate them, right? So, and then love and emotion is the same thing. So love, emotion, attention. Love and emotion are the same thing. Attention is something you can physically give her. Love and emotion is more empathetic, more when you're talking to her one-on-one, right? The attention you can give her, you know, what you're paying attention to her at the moment while you're speaking to her, right? And how you're going to empathize, how you're going to relate to her at that moment. But you can also give her monetarily attention, right? Like money. And that'll keep her attention for a little bit. But then you're going to like the emotional side of it. So it's a crazy balance in which you can manage her emotions and her attention. And that's what she's trying to figure out. How do you have multiple women and you're able to balance this attention and emotion? And like I said, as a high value status male, you can do this with money. If you don't have that kind of money, don't be trying to live Andrew Tate's lifestyle, bro. All right? Stop it. Don't do that. Don't manipulate your mind like that, all right?
How many women? It was just an observation. I don't have any women.
Let's be honest.
I can't lie. No, I know what you're saying. Women want love and they want attention and those kind of things. And yeah, I travel the world. But I really don't think that it's difficult to maintain a relationship purely based on... If the connection is true, then the physical presence doesn't have to be as prevalent. Let's put it that way, right? There's lots of soldiers go to war and they have a wife at home who loves them very much.
But that's different because they're going to die for a cause.
I'm going to war. I'm out here in the streets. How do you think I'm making all this money?
I'm saying if the connection is true. And the connection that I think he's referring to is the connection that you build up with a person through situations that you guys go through, right? That's like how you test that loyalty and how you know that shit is true, because you can remember those things. And the more you go through with someone, the more of that emotional, loyal connection you build with them.
But what do you do? But like, you're not fighting a battle.
All I do is fight. My life is a fight. What do you mean I'm not fighting a battle? I'm fighting a battle against the oppression of humankind.
How are you doing that?
How am I doing that? I'm the only person who didn't cowered out at the beginning of this imaginary scamdemic. I'm out here literally resisting the enslavement of man. What do you think I'm trying to make all this money for?
My man derailed from the entire question, bro. What happened to you, the professional, bro? I guess this is pre-professional Tate.
Ours? No, I'm making money specifically so that I am, to a degree at least, ungovernable.
But that's on an individual level.
And I take care of my people.
Which people?
My people. So this is what I mean. It's not like I'm out here doing nothing.
His people and his women, everybody around him, he essentially controls or takes care of them with money.
I'm out here on the streets. I gotta go to Miami. I gotta see you. Gotta get this done. From here, I gotta go to Dubai, make some more money. I'm running around the world. I'm doing very, very important things. And if I had a female, if I did, because of course I don't, because I'm a man of God, blah, blah, blah. If I had a female, she would have to be very understanding of the fact that I am a man on a mission with a purpose. And there are some missions she'll be allowed to come with me on, and some missions she can't come. It's not safe for females out here.
What? I mean, yo, listen, I want to know what he's doing, bro. I feel like he just spin that narrative kind of crazy, bro. Like, yo, like, there's some missions, bro. Like, yo, I'm a FBI, I'm a secret agent, bro. You can't come with me to shoot down Osama bin Laden, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't come on that mission. You're not doing that, Tate. Stop it. You're not doing that.
I'm all right. I managed to get him.
Next to me. I got you, Leia. You're okay. But but otherwise, you got to be careful. Women are, you know what? And I don't want to look like a misogynist, as usual.
Misogyny.
Yo, what's he gonna say, bro? How are you gonna bring that up? What you gonna say?
Is okay to a degree.
Okay. What degree? Let me know. Give me a number out of 10.
I think it depends how we're defining misogyny, right?
Yeah.
Like
how do you define misogyny? Bro, I'll tell you exactly how you define misogyny, bro. Very quickly, if you're gonna use the word. It's the prejudice or hate against women. That's it. What are you talking about degrees or levels and all this shit, bro? All the degrees and level in between that, like, is just trying to point the finger at somebody, trying to find the first thing to say to them to antagonize them. Like, oh, you're a level 1 misogynist. Stupid.
how do you define misogyny?
Realistic. A lot of misogyny is just realism. You know, like if you're a realist, then to some degree you're going to be a sexist.
All right, that's obviously cap. I think he's being condescending because it's just the way women and like people that get easily offended throw the word around. So it's like anything is kind of misogyny. Any certain type of masculinity is misogyny nowadays. It's fucking stupid.
But is that sexist or is that just being real? Right? Because like if it's a fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Then is that sexist?
Exactly. So I personally, I don't like traveling the world with women. I think it's one of the most frustrating things a man can possibly do.
Why?
Okay, imagine you had to travel around the world and you had to take a 3-year-old with you. You'd be like, now you go, where's my 3-year-old? Has it 8? Have to make sure they're safe. Got to bring all their stuff. It's exactly the same with the chick. Me and my brother, we're Spartan, right? We can just go, rock up at an airport. There's no flight for 11 hours. Sleep in the airport terminal. Don't eat. Don't sleep. One bag on our back. Old school soldiers.
It's true though, because you know what I'm saying. Like there's a certain level of truth to that. Unless you have a woman that's organized and doesn't constantly need attention, and she knows when to give you your space, and that's something again that you build, you maintain, you nurture over time. The same way he's talking about with his brother, bro. Me and my bro, we don't need a lot. We just know we go, we pack and unpack, and we're still traveling, and nobody's complaining. Nobody feels like they need to have the greatest time of their lives and all that. Like, you can do that with a woman too, bro. But it's harder to do it with multiple women. I completely agree.
I don't care. With a chick, it's all, I need food, I need water, where's my stuff? My case is 55 kilo. I forgot this foundation. I need to find this foundation. It's horrible.
I do agree.
Women,
If I haven't eaten, I'm not good.
yeah, so women are effectively
she agrees,
children.
bro. She agrees because, yo, you know it's a fact, shorty. You know it's a fact, bro. Like, us, man, we don't need much. We don't.
Well, no.
We just get up and go.
Yes, so we got there. No.
We're just different to men. We're not children. A child couldn't sit here and have this conversation with you.
Women have to be monitored and maintained and maintenanced effectively like a child would when it comes to
Not
travel.
like a child.
Yeah, same.
Yo, my dude, he really likes to ride that line, bro. But like, yo, he's stating a fact though, bro. He's stating a fact, bro. Yo, women like to be maintained and monitored at all times, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe not monitored, but maintained. They do require a certain level of maintenance depending on the girl that you are with. All right, that's the most important thing. Depending on the girl that you're with. The more narcissistic she is, the more she cares about her beauty, the more she cares about getting her nails done, hitting the sun and all that. That's the maintenance, bro. Understand that.
Exactly the same. It's the same.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
Listen, if I'm going to go Iraq, Afghanistan, all the places, and I've been to these places, I go with Tristan. We're battle ready.
Okay,
You hear
listen.
the AK go off, we start running. Like a chick will all be standing there. Nah.
No, that's true.
Nah.
What would happen if you didn't have Tristan?
My life would be drastically different. I think that all men, in fact, I'd say the actual plague of Western nations today is that all men lack a natural masculine support network. I don't think it's just about me having my brother. I think it's the fact that most men...
Yeah, and this is a fact, bro. And this is what we can really take from that is, bro, is like, who are your friends, bro? That's something that every entrepreneur says. Look at the 5 people around you. If you're surrounded by 5 millionaires, you're going to be the 6th millionaire, right? Clearly, you're not going to go around looking for a millionaire friend and be like, hey, can I join a part of your group? No, you have to provide value. You can build with a certain amount of people that aren't millionaires that just want the same bit, that have the same vision as you do. And you can each figure out, yo, this is this person's skill set. This is that person's skill set. This is how I can bring them together. We can work together to accomplish this goal. And this is the reward that we get for it, right? You're the one organizing. You're the one planning. You're the one seeing everybody's skill set. And then you're the one selecting your friends the same way you select your girl, bro. Like, you got to look. You got to talk to people. You got to be able to communicate. And you have to be able to give them what they want so they can join your network, bro. And you have to maintain these relationships as well, bro. These are the things that you can do in your life today.
Here don't have a genuine masculine support network. They don't have men around them that they can not so much confide in, but men hold other men accountable. It's very easy to be brave when every man you talk to is brave. And it's very hard to be brave if none of the men you speak to are brave.
But what would you do if you didn't have Tristan?
Well, then I'd have to get a masculine support network outside of Tristan, which I've already done and created myself. So it does exist. But I don't think it would completely change who I am, but certainly having my brother was important in my formative years because if somebody didn't like me or something didn't like me, it didn't matter because me and my brother, we didn't care. We're big, we're hard to kill. It doesn't matter if you like us, right? So
one of the things I like about you is that you didn't come from money.
See, and like you said, like one of the most important things that you want to be able to distinguish between your friends is bravery, bro. How courageous are they? Are they always like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to. Are they always giving you excuses? Or they was like, that's a person you just don't want on your team. Even if they have the skill set, it's just not worth it. Their mindset is not there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset's not there. So you got to learn to choose, not just skill. Skill's important, but then what's their mindset like? Are they eager to do this? What are you giving them for them to come work with you? Is everybody in the room getting along? Is everybody sitting around the room just bitching and complaining and just throwing problem after problem after problem instead of throwing solutions at the problems? Look at that.
And so you're very real.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. Thank you.
You are real.
Thank you.
You did a video where you were like, I'm out camping. I don't need all the luxury. I don't need all this ambiance.
Yeah.
So people don't know that. So talk to me about that. Growing up, was it Luton you were born?
No, so I was born in Washington, D.C.
Oh, America.
Yeah, and I left when I was 9, and I grew up on a council estate in Luton.
In Luton.
Yeah.
You grew up on a council estate in Luton.
Council estate in Luton, yeah.
And
from the ghetto.
Yeah, that is the ghetto. That is the English ghetto. So
Yeah.
Talk to me about that though. What was that like? And how long were you in that kind of situation?
Yeah, so I left America when I was around 9, and I lived in Luton until the age of...
See, I guess he grew up in the struggle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, the struggle, I guess, is like the streets. You know, he probably talked to a lot more like dangerous kind of guys. I'm not sure exactly, but that's also another way to gain that real life confidence to a certain extent at that young age in the environment that he was exposed to. A lot of you guys are probably exposed to like the nice little urban area. Everybody's nice. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's kind of like, oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not in New York, at the very least, where I'm from. Everybody's trying to get somewhere. Everybody's pushing each other away. Everybody's a little aggressive. So you got to learn to be a little aggressive too and speak up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn to speak up for yourself, bro. It's so important. All right. If somebody pushes you, be like, hey, look at them, stare them straight in the eye, bro, and see what they're going to do. But the only way you gain that confidence is if you're physically capable of doing something about it. Because if you sit there, you stare at somebody, and they about to throw hands, bro, how are you going to defend yourself? How are you going to handle yourself in that situation?
26-ish.
Oh, wow, till you're 26.
Yeah, a long time, yeah. But I was kickboxing, right? My fight gym was there, and I was fighting from there before I finally managed to get out. But I grew up in a council estate in Luton, and I am so thankful for it. The best possible thing that can happen to somebody is to be really
dinner
all the time.
In Miami, they don't.
Because it certainly is. However, when you're broke, you have a very simple, singular focus, which is what it should be, just to make more money. But now my focus is more spread out because I really do not need to make more money. That's the one thing I do not need more of.
But there's so much more to this story, so I'm not going to let that go. So there was hardship, right? And your dad wasn't always around. There was a story with like the hair. He gave you the whole haircut, and he told you hair doesn't matter. And all this like really formed you.
Yeah.
I want to hear about it.
You see here, okay, here's an important thing that he's talking about. Like she's bringing up like, oh, like hair doesn't matter, and he learned this from his father. And it's like, yo, a lot of y'all don't understand, bro. Yeah, a lot of y'all have super insecurities, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of us is born with a flaw that women may not like. And guess what? Who cares? Only you care, bro. When you're staring yourself at the mirror, just blatantly say the things you don't like about yourself. Who cares? It doesn't matter, bro. I've got big ass ears, a big ass nose. I'm not that fucking tall, bro. All right? But guess what? I embrace these things about myself, and I bring out the other parts that are actually great. Look at how I dress. Look at how I talk. Look at how I stare at you in the eye when I'm telling you these things. These are better characteristics. These are things that I can control. The other part, the other physical aspects, I can't control. All right, so learn to embrace your little insecurities. The way you embrace them is by leveling up the other characteristics, the other traits that you have in yourself. All right, like I said, communication, fashion, the way you look, the way you speak, the way you look at other people. All right, it's important. These are things that you can work towards. These are very important life skills.
I want to hear about the hardship.
Okay. Well, the hardship, my whole life was hardship. And to some degree, I try and make sure my life retains some degree of hardship. My father was the OG. I was raised by probably the best father on earth. I really genuinely believe
But he wasn't
that.
around?
But a father doesn't have to be around. This is the big mistake. This is another big mistake, especially among the conservatives and the tradcons and all this crap. The idea that a father needs to sit around like a second mother to make a child healthy is a fallacy. In fact, I'd say it's detrimental to the child. I see all these dudes out here, they have a kid and they basically become mother number two. Why? The mother keeps the child.
Listen, I'm not a father. I didn't grow up with a father, so I couldn't really talk too much on this, but I can see what he's trying to say is that a kid really needs like a nurturing mother and all that, and the father really just needs to lay down the foundation and the groundwork, and he needs to make the children, the mother, the family understand where he's coming from, what he's doing, why he's moving in the way he's doing, and the kids need to know how much the father cares, and he doesn't necessarily need to be there all the time, but he needs to be able to lay down the groundwork for his children so that they can step in those what is it? Fucking they can follow in the stones behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's leading the path and they're following right behind him, and each stone is a lesson, and that's what he lays down the foundation. And then when his kids really need them, he should be there. He should be there. All right. But the mother should be supporting, should be helping, should understand what the father is trying to do. And that's where communication becomes very important in the family.
Alive. As a father, it's your job to be impactful. You need to guide. You need to be a role model. You need to be a superhuman. Everyone should look at their father.
You see, bro, these are all the things that we're learning. You see, we all understand these things. These are things that I just said.
Like a superhero. That's what you should genuinely view him as. It's hard to be a superhero if you're home every day arguing with your wife, changing diapers. That's not what a man should do. A man should rock up, teach lessons, be impactful, and it's more about quality as opposed to quantity of time. I saw my dad once a month. He was out on the streets. He was pimping, hustling.
All right, bro, I'm not going to front. Once a month is a little too much, but he was pimping too. Damn, bro. Like, I mean, listen. But I mean, look at Andrew Tate. Look at how he grew up, bro. With seeing his father once a month, bro. A grand chess master, a pimp, a hustler, always trying to find ways, I guess, to keep money on the table. But they still grew up pretty poor. They still went through hardships. So, it's interesting. That's interesting.
My father was a chess grandmaster. He's traveling the world playing chess. He had all his girls. He's doing whatever he's doing. When he came home, it was an impactful time. Whether it was a positive impact or it was a big argument or whatever, never was I ever around my father. It was a low energy environment. That's not who he was as an individual. And I remember every single second spent with him.
Remember that, bro. That's so important, bro, is keep yourself high energy, bro. Don't be a low energy individual. Understand what room you're in and who you're with inside that room and how you can possibly impact just a little bit in their life. All right? Really understand them. Really understand what they're going through, and then maybe a life lesson that you learn that you can share with them. You don't have to throw it on them. You don't have to force it on them. But you can just be like, yo, listen, this is what I went through, and this is how I handled it. And that's it. It's a nice little story you shared. And maybe they can relate to it. And that comes from you asking questions, you leading the conversation.
There's a whole bunch of dudes out here and chicks. Their father's home all the time, fine. But if you're home all the time, you're going to lose to a degree your mystery. It doesn't matter how cool you are as an individual. If you're home all the time, always, you're not going to have that magical power as opposed to, whoa, dad's home. I'm telling you, the biggest mistake fathers make is that they let the woman convince them that to be a good dad, they need to be there all the time. That is a complete lie. Fathers never did this.
Jesus, bro. Yo, these are the hard to swallow pills right there, bro. Just the hard to swallow pills, bro. Like, well, that being said, a lot of fathers might use this as an excuse to not be there, bro. And that makes you a bum. You're a bum ass dude if you do shit like that, all right? Don't use it as an excuse.
We were always at war or down in the coal mines or away working. This is the way it's always been for humanity, right? The men were away doing important things. Now the man's at home changing diapers, like a punk.
Why does that miss?
And like I said, listen, if your dad, you know what I'm saying, he has low energy, he's always around, you know, he's putting off this lazy ass persona, you're gonna start to disrespect him. You're not even gonna start respecting him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna sit here and talk over him because he doesn't have anything meaningful, impactful to say in your life. And that's why you have to understand, bro. You have to really, 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 if you're a kid who disrespects their parents, really look at what they're doing and why they're doing it and try to find a level of respect. It's harder to be on top, bro. It's so easy to blame your parents for every little decision that you make in your life. But guess what? You have control. If they put food on the table, if they put a shelter over your head, and they showed you a little bit of attention, bro, you have somebody that at the very least cares about you, bro.
Mystery matter.
Of course it matters, because life is mystery. Life is a whole...
That doesn't mean anything. That's just a lot of beautiful, exciting words.
Life is absolutely mystery. I'll tell you why the mystery matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to her, bro, because she called him out, bro. She called him out. He keeps moving around and fidgeting every time he's trying to transition into points.
Because for a female to retain her attractionness to a man, there has to be a degree of mystery. That's the first thing. So we're talking about a household where even the woman truly respects her man. There's a bunch of dudes out here, a bunch of people who are married, who are home every day, low testosterone levels, they're cucked out, and they're going to disagree with me. Fine. But it's the truth.
Right.
A woman is more attracted to a man who gives a little bit of mystery. Let me give you an example. Let's imagine we went on a date.
Now listen, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. That's why I said, look at the room you're in, understand who you're with, and then see what the vibe you're giving off, bro. That's the thing, is you have to adapt to that environment, to that group. And you can't give everything away in your elevator pitch, bro. You have to have that certain level of, how did he do that? How did he get there? You get what I'm saying? You give everything away, then the story is not even entertaining to tell anymore, bro.
Let's imagine, yeah? And you asked me my job. And I said, I do this and this and this and this.
No. What would you actually say? You wouldn't say this and this. You mean?
No, I wouldn't. I would never tell a female my job. But let's say
what would you say?
Let's say I run casinos. I own casinos in Romania, right?
You see, like,
let's say so.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Pick you up. We're in the Lambo. We go out for a nice dinner. And I say I run casinos. Alternatively, you say, what's your job? And I say, I look after my people. That's my job.
You see, that's the framework, bro. Because if you're a guy working at McDonald's, you're a guy working at Burger King, you're a guy working at Starbucks, guess what? You sit here and you say, oh, hey, I work at Starbucks. You're not going to look interesting. You're not going to look entertaining. Just say, yo, listen, I make money, and then this is my vision. This is my plan with the money that I'm accumulating, all right? They don't need to know the exact job you're doing. Who cares, bro? You're above that. You're bigger than that. You're using your 9 to 5 to get somewhere. That's the frame that you should be having, and that's the conversation you should be having with the girl that you're talking to, all right? Hey, this is the money I'm getting because this is the plan. This is where I'm headed. She's going to be like, what do you do? Don't worry about it, sweetie. Like this is the vision. I'm laying out the foundation for it. Do you want to be a part of it? I'm saying, make it convincing, bro. You like this. As soon as you say Starbucks, as soon as you say McDonald's, I don't know. All right, and that's that beauty and mystery and communication.
But the point I'm making is the story you're going to construct in your head is actually going to be more interesting to you than the truth. You're going to say, well, my man just 25 grand on dinner, pulled up in a $400,000 car, looks after his people. What does that even mean? And it's going to be more interesting to you. When you watch a horror movie, what scares you is not the ghost that's on the screen. It's the thing you don't see.
Exactly.
It's just walking.
It's the suspense that you build, bro. And that's why a lot of women say, yo, listen, I want to be excited. I want to gotta be spontaneous. Why? Because you have to build that level of suspense in her head. Don't just give her the answer. Build the suspense. Let her see the story. Let her see the vision. How, George, how do you become this? How do you know how to tell these stories? How do you practice, bro? Talk to people, all right? Really think about your day and then try talking to somebody else about your day. And then try making a little creative story around your day. How? How can I be a little more suspenseful? How can I be a little more mysterious? All right? Really think about those things.
And there's no way, so you don't see anything, and then bang, it comes out of nowhere. That's how human mind works. A degree of mystery is extremely intriguing to the human mind. So it's extremely intriguing to the female for her man, is the first thing. And it's also extremely intriguing to the child for their father. Dad's home. Oh no, the whole dynamic of the house has changed. Everything's shifted. Dad is home. He's been away and now he's home. Whether it's positive or negative, that has an impact on you, has a genuine effect on your psyche. I see so many fathers who walk in the house and the kids are just playing a video game. Dad walks in. They don't give a shit. Is that parent?
You see, that's a fact, bro. And that right there is just something to do with like fatherhood right there, bro. It's a really great example. It's like, yo, like if you're just a dad that's just letting his kid play games, listen, if you're busy and you're maintaining the household, bro, and you want to spend time with your kids, make it count, bro. If you're gonna play video games, at least in those 30 minutes that you're with them, find a lesson that they can learn. If they're not interested, then take them away from that environment. Put them in a new, different environment, in an environment that you feel comfortable in leading them, an environment that they want to share with you. All right, because if they're showing you that level of disrespect, bro, of disinterest, it's your fault. It's your fault as a father. You have to do a better job at leading. Don't be fucking lazy, bro, because then you're creating another lazy human being, and we have enough of those. Cut that shit out.
Are you a good dad now because you're home every day? That's why all these dudes are punks. No one can question what I'm saying when it comes to being a father or parenting, because I was raised in a very specific way, and I'm one of the greatest men on the face of the planet. So I know it works. I'm the product of it, right? So if I had a son, it would be my duty to be out here, traveling the world, making money, having impact, being a fantastic individual. That is the primary focus of my existence, as opposed to sitting there with my boy all day, every day. I can come home every 2 weeks with a story. Boom. And he'll be like, Dad's the boss. It's like, yes, Dad is the boss.
Is there a minimum or like a max?
And you see, and I'm out here right now. We are growing. This channel is growing. I hope I'm providing value to everybody. And I'm still out here working, bro. I'm not even home. I'm not even in New York right now. I'm out traveling. I'm doing my thing with my girl, you know, as you've seen in the other episodes. So it's like, yo, like, always grinding, always busy, always setting things up, always breaking them down, always finding a new story to tell. You know, always finding a new video to react to, trying to hustle, trying to make money, trying to build a name, trying to build a brand, wearing different clothes, all right? Always active, always learning, always doing something, all right? That's what you can do in your life. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Jesus. Don't subscribe unless I've actually provided you value, bro. Don't piss me off like that, bro. For real. No cap. Everybody's leaving comments. I appreciate y'all. Peace.